political process needs someone to say, I don't want my citizens to be involved, that they can pull out and the feds don't, you know, feds go for local home rule at that point, then we're thwarted in the overall purpose, which I think many of us desperately want to see accomplished. Rapid mass transit that should get us from one place to another.
Well, you can rest assured that we've built a very competent team of advisors in an international basis and many companies that are very interested in being successful.
Well, I look forward to this and to the reports from our City Planning Commission of Fiscal Analysts. It'll help us speed the process.
Okay.
I think. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Arnold, thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning.
Good morning.
This was quite intriguing hearing this presentation this morning. Representative Hanson described you as being brilliant, a brilliant scientist, entrepreneur, and visionary. Can you just give us a little of your background?
Sure. Just for the record, it's actually DeRosso.
Oh, I'm following this as okay. DeRosso?
DeRosso.
And you with this State House initiative. So you know my sister Argina?
Yes, I do.
Oh, so forgive me for that.
My background, my parents ran a successful medical distribution business for 25 years in Omaha, Michigan. I grew up in an entrepreneurial family, and some of the responsibilities my father gave me was the rebuilding of medical instruments and tools that actually came out of Detroit Receiving Hospital. So I grew up always working on things. My dad's way of raising me was to buy me books and just saying, read them. So that's about the extent of the man's conversation. But my father and I, when he closed his business in 1986, the year I graduated from high school, I went out to continue my education in mechanical engineering. I'm on electromagnetics now. And I took 1 year at a vocational school, my senior year of high school, and I transferred to Schoolcraft College, took 2 years there in robotics and process control. And I transferred to Western Michigan University in the geophysics program because I wanted to work for NASA eventually in planetary geology. Financially, I found it unable to continue school, and I went out and, because I'd always supported myself through construction, and I ran a construction company with some friends for a number of years. And then in 1993, my father started another company called Advanced Concepts and Technology, which turned into ACT Computers as it's seen on your agenda today. So for the last 10 years, I've been a computer consultant, and again, through my father's support, I've gained a significant amount of information and contacts, and I'm doing my best to leverage the education my father's given me.
I'm sure he's very proud of you.
I hope so. Doesn't anybody?
He probably has more to say than read this at this point.
Yeah, cut the grass.
Thank you. Also, in someone's lifetime, you anticipate this being connected through the 48 contiguous states, Canada, South America, Mexico?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Production estimates for the system began at 80 sections a day, which are 60 feet long. And through the guidance of some rather unique individuals, Mr. Fred Phillips back there, Mark Simone, and Ed Noyola, all part of the advisory board, we realized that we can very closely approximate the production of an automobile factory that produces 50 to 70 cars an hour. With that production capacity of just one facility built in the city of Detroit, we can build several thousand miles of rail in 1 year without much trouble. So part of the growth of this company and part of the realization of the investment as a country, we are planning to duplicate our corporate infrastructure and manufacturing facilities in multiple areas around the country, potentially one in every state. We don't know if that will be the right thing to do. But on the federal level, jobs and economy are important everywhere, not just in Detroit. And this system, being the new standard gauge of mass transit, would also be an asset to foreign countries and developing nations. Because this is a solar-powered system, because it's a hydrogen system, it produces clean water. We can take wastewater, run it through an electrolysis process that is solar-powered, break it down to hydrogen and oxygen, recombine it, generate electricity and clean water all at the same time. This is technology that's available today. So when it comes to the rebuilding of Afghanistan, comes to the increasing the economic and mobility of any developing nation, the Interstate Traveler Rail is an excellent investment of World Bank, the International Finance Corporation, or for the federal government.
Thank you. And finally, are you seeking venture capital in this?
Yes, we have a team that's coalescing now for the negotiation of venture capital. Through a facility of the Department of Defense, I have access to a list of 500 venture capital firms, many of which have no idea what hydrogen fuel cells are. Of course, because of our President's speech recently, a lot more people are becoming educated. So we are seeking venture capital. We have an LLC that is forming now, and we'll be a growing company through the commercialization of the manufacturing. We're not seeking tax dollars to build anything. We are seeking federal assistance through whatever programs are available there. But we're not looking for tax subsidies. We're actually looking to generate revenue and actually pay our communities and have cash go back into the townships, the counties, and the state to go into revenue programs. One of the things that was asked is ridership. How much is it going to cost? Of course, there will be programs where it will cost people very, very little so they can get to their jobs. And eventually, because of the other infrastructure, the system may be able to operate at virtually no cost. Sorry.
Thanks. The amount of time to Chicago and Atlanta?
From Detroit, at 250 miles an hour on average, you can get to Detroit, and from here to Chicago in about an hour and 15 minutes. In Atlanta, I'm not sure how many miles that is.
I prefer that to Cambridge.
780.
780 miles? Well, it'll take about 3 hours.
Sign me up.
And you have to...
That's right. That's right.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's been wonderful, your presentation. Can you just give a word of encouragement to young people who are looking to go in this career?
Absolutely. Whatever you do, educate your brain. Your brain's your greatest tool, and fill it with good knowledge and good things will come out of it.
Thank you.
How's that?
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll let them break down.
I just want to suggest that we also...
This was an MDOT project, is that what was said, Maurice? Or was it, what did you say, Sam?
Well,
They asked for DDOT.
Yeah, I guess it was asked if DDOT be present for this particular presentation. They weren't familiar with the project, and I think if I'm understanding Ms. Cockrell's question is that we refer it so that they do become familiar with the project, because as it's stated here, it will be out of Detroit Depot. So
right. And also, I would like to refer it directly to Mr. Miller, who's been involved with this whole fuel cell research and Next Energy and the Tech Park. He's the Chief Administrative Officer of the city in Mr. Kilpatrick's office, because again, that may be a way to leverage taking these things to the next level. And he certainly, as we all know, has very good contacts in Washington.
Very good.
In the House of Representatives.
May we have another 30 seconds?
I really have to have this 30 seconds. If you're going to make 30 seconds, make it 30 seconds.
Okay, I'd just like to add a word about these technologies that we mentioned. The solar technology and also the hydrogen generation technology are actually state-of-the-art working technologies, and they're Michigan-based. We're in Auburn Hills, and we have a new manufacturing plant. We're in operation with a capacity of 30 megawatts per year, capable of powering the system. And we're also doing projects today where we take PV, generate hydrogen, not only here for military applications, but also in the Amazon for environmentally sensitive projects. We invite you all to come up to our Auburn Hills facilities. We'd like to have you tour where we are in terms of the new technology that's going to support this project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you for being here.
I want to tour.
It's a beautiful facility.
See Ms. Mahaffey after you want to wait.